I decided to focus on the vice president and dean of an undergraduate institution. She'll be referred to as VP for the purpose of this project. Also, throughout my presentation, you'll notice that I've included various quotes from the interviews. I found that in many interviews and research papers, the president of the institution is always the main focus. VP has worked at her current institution for about 18 years. However, during this time, she's worked her way through a variety of positions and departments to get to where she currently sits. Her advancement in the positions is what gave her the edge that I wanted for this interview. Not only does she have a different perspective because she isn't the president, but also because she has the experience in a variety of departments. So, throughout all three of my interviews, I probably focused on about 13 topics, but for the purpose of this project, I'll briefly go over four: history and organizational culture, the mission statement, marketability, and preparing students for the real world. So, when this institution first opened, it was an all girls 2 year school. However, during the past 18 years, the institution has raised its standards completely. The school, first of all, left vocational majors and also updated facilities with several new buildings. Recently, so in 2009, they built a new visual and performing arts center. In 2012, they built a new residence hall. And in 2013, actually this past September, the school finished building a new life science and business building. Two other major changes that occurred over the past 18 years: the school went from all girls to coeducational, and the school shifted from a 2 year college to a 4 year college. Throughout the first interview, I began to understand that VP never stayed in the same position for more than 6 years. And I actually liked that because I feel as though the ability to move up is important because it allows the institution to have administrators who have worked in a variety of positions and departments, therefore making them well informed on school policy and how the school should run as a whole. Out of all the readings that we did for the mission statement, it never occurred to me that the mission statement, although important, is never set in stone. And I'm saying that because currently this institution is rewriting their mission statement. VP told me that the college has outgrown its statement and therefore calls for a new one. The academic and structural expansion that the college has undergone over the past 18 years has made it so that although the mission statement is good, it no longer encompasses what the institution stands for and what it wants to accomplish as a whole. So, marketability is very important, especially because the school that I'm focusing on is a private institution, which therefore makes it more difficult for it to survive in a market that's run by public state schools. So, aspects such as the internship program and an eclectic group of majors for students to choose from, as well as the school's student oriented approach to learning, is what keep the college as a top choice for prospective students. The enrollment for this school has actually doubled over the past 18 years, and it seems as though the college would be in great standing. However, throughout my interviews with VP, I came to understand that the financial aid remains significantly low compared to other colleges, which therefore makes it difficult for this school to fulfill a variety of demographics. And according to VP, the lack of financial aid is a result of limitations of the college endowment. And the college endowment has a lot to do with, is it a public school? Is it a private school? And since the school is private and has a smaller amount of students, it necessarily doesn't always raise as much money as a public state school would. And lastly, preparing students for the real world. This is actually a topic that I think is the most important, because that is why we go to school. We go to school so that we can learn how to be functioning citizens after graduation. There's a variety of ways in which this particular school prepares its students, but the most interesting one that I spoke with VP about was their internship program. And this is actually a mandatory program. If you enroll in this school, you have to complete 3 internships. So the first two are your freshman and sophomore years at the school. And during your winter intersessions, you have to complete 120 hours each year at a pre approved site. So the school gives you an internship coordinator who you meet with, and you say, this is the site that I want to do my internship at. It either gets approved or denied. We'll assume that your site gets approved. You go to the site and you have to keep journals entries. You have to get a timesheet signed by your supervisor at the internship site. And since this internship has to do with your major, it really provides freshmen and sophomores with an idea. Oh, is this the field that I really want to go into? And since you're in your first or second year of college, there's still enough time for you to change your major if necessary and still be able to graduate on time. Junior year, it's not required that you do an internship. However, senior year, a graduation requirement is that all students must complete a semester long, 4 month, full time, 40-hour a week internship at a pre approved site that has to do with their major. So, because this internship is semester long, the students actually don't take classes like academic classes that first semester. So, for 4 months, students are going to this site 40 hours a week, Monday through Thursday. And then Friday afternoons, they meet with their internship coordinator at their school and discuss various things that went on throughout the week. As stated before, they have to get a timesheet signed by their supervisor at their internship site. They have to keep journal entries, and they have to complete a 5 to 10 page essay at the end of this internship experience. Senior year is the biggest internship experience because it's your last year to really figure out, is this the field that I want to go into? If so, is this the position that I want to work in? If this isn't the position I want, oh, at my internship site, I had an opportunity to experience this aspect of this career. Maybe this is what I want to focus on. So, as stated, I think this was a very interesting concept. Hey, we are an institution and we're going to make you go through this internship process 3 years so that you can really see, is this the career path that I want to choose? In conclusion, throughout this entire interview process, I've been able to obtain a better interpretation of how high ranking administrators understand the field of education. This 3 part interview has really helped me in my own understanding of how certain schools take things like government regulation and community involvement, as well as a plethora of controversial topics, and creates a smoothly operating institution for people who genuinely want to further their education and make a better future for themselves. So I feel as though this project was very beneficial for my concentration, higher education administration, and I definitely look forward to what my future courses in this master's program has to offer. Thank you very much for your time.